Somebody sent me this video of Mitch McConnell the other day, like just freezing during his talk, right? Like obviously seizure, stroke, whatever.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
And hell, you don't even have to look for anything to see Biden fall down some steps or pass out on his feet, right? But what's mind-boggling to me is first of all, you have absolutely positively no business. If your health, whether it's your age, dude, there's a million things you can do. You can't run the free world, and you can't be one of the most powerful politicians in the world. You can't. Well, that's not fair. I didn't say it was fair, dude. You don't play Major League Baseball when you're 82. You don't. There's about not many things you do that they pay you to do at 82 because you're 82. They just don't. And they go, well, you know what? You can be the leader of the greatest nation in the world at 82, whatever. I don't even know what Biden's age is, okay? Now, are there some 80-year-olds that are in great health? Yes, absolutely, dude. They walk around. They don't fucking fall. They don't fucking just like freeze when they're talking. They don't forget where they are. Yes. Are there more people in their 80s that are like that than in their 20s? Yes. But there is, at some point in time, why are we not telling people, you know what? If you're going to have these positions, we're going to have to make sure that like you're medically competent. You can't fly an airplane when you're having strokes. I mean, Joe Biden couldn't get a pilot's license. He probably couldn't get I don't think he had a driver's license. McConnell either, probably, right? How do you have such a predominantly amount of people that are a certain age and medically compromised in charge? Because they've been in charge forever? Like, how does that make any sense? Where else in the world can you can just do the job forever, dude? We drafted you to play for the Dolphins. You play whenever. You play as long as you want, dude. Don't matter to us. You play forever, actually. Your pilot's license and fly until the day you die, dude. Don't matter at all. You're good. Don't even worry about it. Nobody cares. How in the world, and what are we talking about here? It's harder to drive a sanitation truck medically than it is to be in a position of immense mother effing power in the world. Nobody asks. Nobody checks. Nobody even, and when people like literally just freeze talking, whenever and by the way, I want everybody to be okay. I want everybody to be okay medically. I want to be happy. I want all of the above to be great. But at some point in time, you have to understand, dude, these people of that age, now, I don't know. Is it like that all over the world? I see it. I see other people, different nations. I get it. But at some point in time, seniority or the fact that because I've been there forever, and I'm sure you can't, they're politicians, but I'm sure that if you could get them to be honest, they'd admit to you they can't do the job. Can you imagine the people behind the scenes working with them and trying to get them prepared to do anything at all and preparing all their talks and everything? Can you imagine that? Like how scary that must be. Like, dude, we're marching this guy out there and he just probably going to freeze or fall down when he's talking. I'm sorry it's like that, dude. I wish that but your position's really important. If a teacher in public school fell all the time, stood in front of the school and just went, and dude, they'd tap him on the shoulder and go, hey, bud, we're not mad at you or nothing, but like, you're going to have to retire, dude. You're just not able to perform the job duties. You become a politician, there's no measure. There's no measure of the job duty. There's just, you're elected, so fucking hang out. Try not to fall down and fucking freeze when you're talking. I'm not making fun of people, bro. Believe me. It's sad. And by the way, if that's what your medical situation is, you should be doing other things that actually would address your medical condition better, whatever it is. But none of us would do that. We wouldn't let somebody drive us around, drive our kids around. There's all these tests and performance measures in every job. You see people all the time in jobs. They're like, dude, I couldn't perform the duty anymore. That doesn't escape me. But because you're an elected official with immense power, I mean, these guys through an email, text, or phone call could like set unrest throughout the world. And sometimes they don't know where they are or who they're talking to. That's sad. And it's sad that we go like I was even waiting. I'm like, well, I feel bad for him. They're obviously like, he's going to retire, right? And like he doesn't, like they're going to do that. And then this other dude, like it's easy to make fun of them, but I'm not, like that's not my gig. I feel bad. And I feel bad for people that care about him. Like first of all, I wouldn't do that to myself. If my father, grandfather, my friend's grandfather, my friend's father, I'd be like, bro, hey, come here. Like, this is jacked up, dude. Like, you gotta get this, you gotta get taken care of, bud. We gotta check this shit out. Now you go, well, he had a stroke and now he's better. Okay. Who cleared him to be better? Because at some point in time, these are really important positions in not only in the United States of America, but in the world. And we don't blink an eye because of politicians. We don't. And then people have memes about them, make fun of them all. And, you know, I mean, it's hard. You don't want to laugh when Biden gets on a bike and falls off. Like, literally right away. Like, you don't want to laugh. You don't want to laugh. You try not to, but you laugh. You're like, he's not dead, right? He's okay. Fuck, it was funny. Sorry. But then what's not funny is he holds the most powerful position in the entire country. You can argue about who makes the decisions, who does or doesn't make the decisions. But at the end of the day, dude, he still holds the most powerful office. And I think people still, no matter what they believe or not believe about what's happening in America now, the most powerful position in the world. Mitch McConnell's a powerful man as well. And we know what happens when you get to be a certain age. There's a lot of things you're not able to do. People just say you can't do them anymore. Now, there are people that prove you wrong. You're like, dude, let him keep, look at him. He's 85 years old, man. He's healthy as shit, and he's doing his thing. Boom. He's sharp enough. He don't need to run a 4.40. He doesn't fall down when he's standing still. He doesn't just freeze up and like forget where he was. He doesn't do that. But at some point, we've got to start talking. And again, I'm not even from a political standpoint with the term limits and whatever party you're on. You're like, this should happen. This shouldn't happen. Look at this, and it's all bullshit. That at some point in time, there's going to be some requirements from a health standpoint to know if you can hold those offices. Because if they did those, and then you go like, well, they do. No, come on, dude. They pick a doctor. Come on. I mean, they talk about corruption. I mean, like, no, they don't. No, they don't. Come on, seriously? I mean, if they did, then they'd be in better health. They don't need to be because nobody cares, which is scary. And also, like, you pick them to run a certain term, like you want them to, and anything can happen to anybody. Anybody can walk out of the house today, politics not, and get struck by lightning and die. I get it, but we're playing odds here, and it's just actuarial science, right? So I don't know. When I see these things, everybody makes fun of them, and I get it, and I'm like, ha, got it, cool. But how sad is this that we just like keep propping these people up and hope they don't fall down in front of our eyes? There are not a bunch of other people out there that are much younger, that are qualified to do these jobs, much better, that have new ideas and new insights, a lot more energy. They're in better health. They grew up. Like what they understand, what's happening today, they get it. They're not talking about what happened 70 years ago that isn't really all that applicable today. But this whole idea that like it's just okay because who cares? It's just politics. If any CEO at any major company froze like that and or had as many mishaps as Joe Biden does, dude, they would not be there anymore. They would nicely, or maybe not as nicely, they just move. Your time, it's okay that your time has passed. But that, like, you can still do all million, that you just can't do this job. That's okay. There are people that are 40 years old that can't do what they were doing athletically. They're like, they can't play anymore. It's okay. It's fine. They can't do it at that level. It's okay. But at some point in time, we have to address this thing, man, because it's going to get bad. One of these guys is going to straight out just, freeze up, fall down, bust his head open, and we're all going to be like, that sucked, huh? And it was on national television. And look what really happened to him. And, oh, damn, that was actually pretty serious. Or I didn't know I did that. Or I didn't mean to talk to that guy from a different place like that. I didn't know that head of state knew that. I didn't know I shouldn't have done that. That offended a different country. I didn't even know I was doing it because I don't even know what the hell I am. How are we not testing people at least annually You get tested like annually to drive a lot of commercial vehicles all over the country. We can't do it to run the free world or be one of the most powerful politicians in the free world. So I don't know, man. That's my thought on it. I'd love to hear yours, comments, feedback, agree, don't agree. I'm an idiot. That makes sense. Either way, it's thought-provoking and it's my position. So I appreciate y'all.